What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT, Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group, and I want to talk about the news that just was released, giving out the details of the case against JP Morgan, Citigroup, Barclays, and about 3 to 4 other banks when it comes to rigging the Forex market or Forex market rigging. Okay, for a lot of people, if you don't know what the Forex market is, it's the foreign exchange market. We're talking about foreign exchange rates and currencies. It's betting for and against those things, making sure to exchange money to make profits. Okay, it's a market that's been out there for some time, but there's been news that this market is rigged and has been rigged for, I don't know, forever probably, but for a long time now. Over the last 6 to 7 years, an investigation and some help revealed that, like I said, JP Morgan, Citigroup, Barclays, employees and insiders from these banks and various other banks were coming together to have discussions and exchange information like insider trading so that they could have a competitive advantage when it came to trading within the Forex market. Okay, these groups defrauded the market of billions of dollars, but collectively the banks settled in the EU, let's just say with Europe, for about $1.2 billion. And in the United States, they settled for about $2.8 billion collectively, not one bank, but collectively. And the people involved, I'm telling you, all of their activity sounds like gang activity. When you listen to how they got this done, to how they operated, man, it sounds just like gang activity, and they got caught, but no one's going to jail. They just paid their way out of this. Now, when we talk about when we talk about the people who have power, the groups that have power, these are some of the individuals, excuse me, on the lower level that have this type of power. This is the they. Employees, insiders within major financial institutions that come together and collude to take advantage of markets to the tune of billions of dollars. And it's nothing new. But again, you won't hear but so much, spoken about this. You won't hear names being released about the individuals that committed these crimes. No, you'll just hear about the fines that the bank paid, and then you probably won't hear about this again for years. And just to show you how much they compare themselves to gangs, what they were doing is they were going in chat rooms, and that's where they were exchanging this information. But here's the joke. Here's what they were calling themselves. Okay, I'm going to have to read off on this list because I want you to know what these individuals and these groups collectively called themselves, okay? They called themselves the Cartel, the Mafia, Semi-Grumpy Old Men, the Bandits Club, Three-Way Banana Split. I'm not going to comment on that last one, but it sounds like, when you have a lot of drug cartels out in the street and they call themselves the Mafia, they call themselves the Carter, Guerrilla Family, all these type of things. This is what they call themselves. But apparently, the financial bandits do the same thing, but they're doing it in chat rooms. I mean, think about the Mafia, the Bandits Club, the Cartel. Sounds like gang names to me. And guess what? For all the investigating that took place, do you want to know how they really got caught? It wasn't from great detective work. They got caught because they got somebody within the group to snitch. And guess what? Who was the snitch? Drum roll, please. Swiss bank UBS. That's right. UBS employees, UBS insiders, UBS people who were involved in this snitched, and they got exempt from the fines. Of course, it was never a threat of jail time for the individuals. No, it was just the bank was going to get fined because their employees did something wrong. So they got exempt from the fine because they snitched. And as a result of them snitching, everyone else pled guilty to this crime. Sounds familiar? Everybody talking about Tekashi the snitch, snitching on the people that's with him. And now they all snitching on each other. How people are pleading guilty because of snitches. Sounds like some street stuff to me. Sounds like some gang stuff when they dealing with the system to me. But here's the funny part. They snitched and they weren't getting any jail time in the first place. No prison time. So while we're throwing people in jail, we're throwing people in prison on street levels for a brick, for thousands, for robbing somebody for $100. The people that are defrauding us, the consumers, for billions of dollars, get to pay collectively billions of dollars to get out of any real trouble. If that doesn't illustrate to you guys the world that we live in, if that doesn't let you know what you're working against when you're in the investment game, I don't know what will. And mind you, I'm not even knocking people who invest. That's not what I'm saying. Just know what you're involved in. Know what you're working against. All the financial experts in the world can talk what they talk. They don't talk about this because the experts, the fake experts are not really involved on this level. The real experts are laughing at them and their predictions about the market while they're in the chat rooms in the mafia group. They in the cartel talking about, oh, this is what's really going to happen in the market tomorrow. And really, some people in the news get a heads up from that. Some of your favorite experts get a heads up from that because it leaks. And too many leaks ends up getting everyone in trouble and creates a snitch. But again, guys, this is the reality, okay? This is the reality of financial markets. I'm not saying run away from it. Just know what you're dealing with. Know who they are. Stop saying they. Know who it was. It was employees within JP Morgan, Citigroup, Barclays, and other major banks, including UBS. Don't think just because you were snitching that you weren't fully involved too. We know. Coming together, having conversations and exchanging information so they can have a competitive advantage against everyone else. That's the world we live in, guys. It shouldn't make you that upset when you accept it, when you understand it for what it is. And you then learn how to operate within it. All right, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think there should be jail time? Did you even know about this? Did you hear about any of this on the news today? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share the story so more people can talk about it because we all need to be aware of what's going on out here. Don't let this be another news headline that just gets swept under the rug while you talk about, I don't know, just more stuff about the president and his behavior or who's sleeping with who and what's the next album, the Khaled album that's coming out. Look, this is the real news you need to be paying attention to.